little while ago, I was walking with Pastor Martine, and he showed 3 different villages on the other side of this canyon. And he said, I want to reach each one of these villages, but how do we get there? There's not an airstrip, there's no roads to get to these villages. How do we reach these villages with the gospel of Christ? That began me thinking, what more could we do with a helicopter? How many more villages could we reach with the gospel of Christ if we had access to a helicopter and we could land it anywhere? So we just finished up our helicopter survey. We had a helicopter down here to see really how much could a helicopter expand our ministry here in central Mexico.
We have several national pastors and actually several indigenous pastors as well who would like to access villages without airstrips, and the helicopter would be a key, or could be a key part of their ministry. I see 2 major benefits of a helicopter to the flight program here in Tepic, one being emergency medical evacuations to locations without an airstrip, and in the same way bringing people and supplies to the same villages that don't have airstrips.
Just this last Sunday, right after the helicopter got here, we got a call from a sick lady that was very sick up in the mountains. We were able to fly right into her village, pick her up, and take her into town where we get her to the hospital. It was an 8-hour hike to get her to the closest airstrip. She was having chest pains, hard time breathing. I really don't believe she ever would have made it. Even once we got to the hospital, she was pretty touch and go, but the last word that we've heard is she's doing much better. There's so many cases like this where the helicopter meets that specific need where the airplane just doesn't. Really, the helicopter would expand our ministry like 2-3 times.
Well, the helicopter is I see it as a real valuable tool, not only to get into areas that don't have an airstrip, but more so getting the local pastors who want to go to these villages that is really tough for them to get to, going in by airplane and then hiking quite a few hours. You know, just has capabilities in the rugged terrain that we have here in this area.
So now that you've seen the importance of this helicopter and how it could radically change the ministry of the Huichol pastors wanting to reach their own people for Christ in even more remote areas that do not have an airstrip, we'd ask you that you would get behind us and partner with us as we seek to raise money for this project.